Timmy Buckwalter finished third here on Memorial Day. That race that took place here on Memorial Day Monday. He starts from pole position for this one. Nick Skias has a couple winged 600 wins this season. Wingless hasn't been quite as kind. We'll see what he can do from the outside of row one. Christian Bruno has the best finish of third this season in the winged 600s. And as we mentioned, Mike Rutherford is your Memorial Day winner. The other wingless winner this season, Jason Swavely, winner of the No Wing Spring Fling. He'll start 10th. A lot of drivers to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on TK. Tommy Koonsman inside row number 3. Chris Gerhardt completes that row. And as we mentioned, drivers that won the heat races starting 7th, 8th, and 9th. So they've got plenty of speed as well. Jacob Severn, Zach Beeler, and Zach Weisenflug. Lineup is good. Head starter Mike Fry gives the 1 to go signal. 27 cars, 30 laps the length. We're ready to rock for the 600s. Timmy Buckwalter and Nick Skias gonna lead us down to the green flag. We're racing in the wingless Hyper Racing 600 feature. Whoa, how did Rutherford cut that through the middle of turns 1 and 2? He split the difference between Bruno and Skias and got through to second. Buckwalter's away to the point. Rutherford is in second now. Skias up to third. Battles on for fourth between Bruno and Koonsman back to 1 and 2. Gerhardt gonna try and make that middle line work. He is in the 6th spot. Let's see what he can do. The high line is the way to be as Buckwalter's away to the point. He's got about 3 car lengths on Rutherford off to 1 and 2. Skias and Bruno run nose to tail off the corner. Here comes Bruno. He may try to throw it in. He'll try to make that bottom side work. No slider there. Skias hangs on. He'll fall in line in front of Gerhardt and Koonsman are still side by side for 5th. Swavely and Beeler run side by side further back. Here's the move. Bruno going to try and slide it in on Skias. Skias crosses him back over and he gets back through to the 3rd spot as we go to 1 and 2. Bruno to the inside, and Nick Skias going to try and see if he can make something happen. Meanwhile, further back, Steven Snyder Jr. is flying, and we got trouble as Chris Gerhardt slid sideways. And I don't think anyone ever came to a stop, but Gerhardt slid it and was in front of the field, and now that's going to put us under caution with 5 to go. Sounds like he did stop, so Gerhardt will be at the back. Your top 10 goes like this: Timmy Buckwalter, Mike Rutherford, Nick Skias, Christian Bruno, Tommy Koonsman, Jason Swavely, Zach Beeler, Jacob Severn, Alex Rupert, and Zach Weisenflug. But keep an eye on the guy restarting 11th. Steven Snyder Jr. made up 11 spots over those first 5 laps. His car showed plenty of speed in the heat race. He had a run in there late in the going that forced him to go to the hot seat. But if that car has plenty of speed, if he can get to the front, he is going to be one to watch for sure. It's going to be Buckwalter and Rutherford after that amazing start on row number 1. Green flag is in the air. Here we go. Buckwalter from the bottom. He's going to have the advantage over Rutherford on the high side. Back to 1 and 2. Bruno on the high line. Going to try and take it away. He may try to get to the outside of Rutherford. Can't do it. Instead, he'll take third away from Skias off to 3 and 4. Not giving up on that high line, though. Back to turns 1 and 2. Steven Snyder Jr. still coming on the bottom. He's up inside the top 10. He'll try to work on the inside of Zach Beeler. And we got trouble in turn number 2. Tyler Lindsay has gotten together with, I believe, the 14G of Connor Gross. And that puts us back under caution. So from 22nd to 11th to 9th now for Steven Snyder Jr. in that one lap. He continues his climb through the field. Lights are out, and here we go. Buckwalter and Rutherford back on row 1. Bruno and Skias swap lines for this restart. Bruno on the inside, Skias on the outside. Swavely Koonsman on row 3. Severn and Beeler row 4. Snyder and Rupert. That's your top 10. Back to the start zone. 6 down, 24 to go. And again, on the bottom, looks like Buckwalter's going to take it away. Bruno thought about taking second, couldn't do it. They'll race side by side for that spot back to 1 and 2. Good restart from Jason Swavely up the middle. He got past Skias. He got around the outside of Koonsman. He's up to 4th, and Snyder is up to 5th. How in the world did he do that? Now he's got a battle with Koonsman, though. The guy he tried to battle last night at Linda's as Swavely works his way to 3rd past Bruno. Here comes Snyder on the bottom. 3 wide on the inside. Move him to 5th spot off to 1 and 2. That car is hooked up, and somehow, some way, 17 spots in 8 laps. He's got a shot at this thing with 21 to go. Snyder on the bottom side will try to make it happen on Bruno as Bruno tries to go to work on Swavely. That's the battle. Back to 3 and 4. On the inside, here comes Snyder. Can he slide it up? Yes, he will. 21S car up to 4th, and he might go for 3rd and 1 and 2. He'll slide it in the corner. He's going to try and make it happen as they come down the max stretch. In the meantime, Rutherford not letting Buckwalter get away for the lead, but the show right now is Steven Snyder Jr. from 22nd to 3rd. Rutherford, though, is not letting Buckwalter get away either. That is the battle. Caution's out. Oh, 2 cars upside down on the backstretch. One of them is Jaden Wolf. The other is Jim Radney in turn 3. Of Severn. Still going to run through a little bit of fluid that was laid down there in turn number 3 from some of the wrecked race cars. They will get that run in the best that they can. Here we go. Timmy Buckwalter and Mike Rutherford gonna scrap it up for the race lead on the restart, but I don't think I need to tell you to watch the guy on the inside of row 2. Steven Snyder Jr. has been outstanding so far. Can he make a move to the front on this restart? What about Jason Swavely, who's also carved his way through to 4th? Here we go. Green flag waves once again, and again, Buckwalter gets away to the point. Snyder behind him. Rutherford on the high side. Gonna see what he can make happen. Now Kunzman may try to split the middle up to 1 and 2. Snyder couldn't make the pass happen on Rutherford off the corner. Here comes Kunzman inside Swavely. That's the battle for 4th. Ooh, Swavely got a rut there, and he lost a little bit of momentum off the corner. That's going to open the door for Kunzman to get through to 4th. Battle continues side by side. Rutherford and Snyder off the corner. Down to turn number 3. Here comes Snyder, throwing it in there. He's through to 2nd. Out of turn number 4. Give him the spot, and now he'll try to run down Buckwalter for the race lead. If he's got a right rear tire left on that thing, he's going to have to use it over these final 15 laps. Halfway home. Gap is 3 car lengths back to turns 1 and 2. Snyder and Buckwalter have pulled away. Battles on for 5th. Whoa, Christian Bruno was pointed to the infield, kept it straight off the corner. And now he's going to battle with Severn side by side for the 6th spot. Here he comes off turn 2. Steven Snyder Jr. going to throw it in there. And we've got a caution right as he was making the pass for the lead. Oh my. That was the 15A of Neil Allison who went around. And Buckwalter's going to get the spot back. It goes back to the last completed lap, so Snyder's going to have to do it again. Overshadowed by the great run that Steven Snyder's had through the field, but how about Eddie Strada up to 9th? 23rd to 9th, that's the rally for him. He nearly went for a wild ride in the backstretch in his heat race, had to come out in the Consi, transferred his way through. He runs 9th, but now the battle for the win is going to heat up between Buckwalter and Snyder. 14 laps to go. Rutherford and Kunzman start on row 2. Not a great restart for Snyder. That's going to open it over for Rutherford to try and get through on the inside, but Snyder's going to pull it off the corner. He will throw it in on the inside in turn number 1. That's going to be the battle for the lead off the corner, side by side. In turn 3, Snyder going to throw it in there for the race lead. He has got it off turn 4. But here comes Buckwalter back on the inside. Going to try to make the slide job happen. Can't do it. Steven Snyder Jr. is your leader, back to 3 and 4. Buckwalter coming back on the inside, not gonna happen. 22nd to 1st in 18 laps for Steven Snyder Jr. out in front. But it is not over. Mike Rutherford is coming as well, and Buckwalter's not letting him get away in front. Here he comes on the inside, sliding in there. Snyder's gonna cross the back under at the exit of the corner and get back through to the point. 10 laps to go, this time by Steven Snyder Jr. out in front. He's got 3 car lengths now on Buckwalter. Can he start to open up the gap? Here comes Bruno on the outside. He's up to 4th. He's going to slide it in on Rutherford for the 3rd spot. Side by side off the corner. Rutherford takes it back into 1 and 2, but Bruno not giving up, ripping the lip. He's got the spot off turn 2 through to 3rd. Don't count that 99 car out of this thing just yet with 8 to go. Buckwalter on the inside, can't make it happen. Here comes Bruno. He's going to have a shot back to 3 and 4 to slide it in there. He may try to get Snyder. Can't make it happen, though. That's going to be the battle for 2nd between those 2. Back to 1 and 2. Buckwalter going to try and see if he can get back around Snyder. He's now going to get around Bruno. Contact! Somehow Bruno keeps it straight, but around goes Buckwalter in turn 3, and we're under caution. Another problem in turns 1 and 2, and a lot of fluid from Tyler Henry's car. Patrick Shilmanick was involved in that as well. He gets inroads on that last green flag run. He is up. So Steven Snyder Jr. is your leader, but Christian Bruno made a lot of inroads on that last green flag run. He is up to 2nd, and despite that little run-in with Buckwalter, he is your leader. Or he is 2nd, I should say, behind Snyder. Snyder's your leader. Rutherford runs in 3rd. Kunzman is 4th. And Eddie Strada is not out of this thing. He's up to 5th. Okay, so if you've had time to catch your breath, let's try to re-rack it here with 7 laps to go. Steven Snyder Jr. is your leader. Christian Bruno is in second. Mike Rutherford hanging in third, not going away, nor is Tommy Koonsman in fourth. Eddie Strada trying to one-up what Steven Snyder Jr. is doing. If he can find his way to the front, he started 23rd. He's up to 5th. Swavely runs in 6th. Then Severn, Jared Kunkel up to 8th. Nick Skias is 9th, and Preston Latimus, good rally for him, to 10th. He started this race 25th. Kunkel has rallied from 19th to 8th. I feel like we've been talking about him doing that all season long. He might not have a shot to battle for the win, but he's made a great run through the field as well. Zone with 7 to go. Green flag waves. Whoa, contact and around goes Swavely in turn 4. That started when Rutherford tried to get to the inside. Snyder couldn't do it, and Strada got collected in the aftermath, and after that big rally through the field, it's all going to be for naught. So Skias' car is going to get towed off. He will be the last car that's got to be removed there from that turn 4 incident. Now it's going to be Snyder, Bruno, Rutherford, Koonsman, Swavely, your top 5. Single file restart. Kunkel, Latimus, Rupert, Koch, and Hartman are your top 10. Once again, take your pick. 1 to go signal has been given. What is going to happen over these final 7 laps? Does Christian Bruno or anyone else have anything for Steven Snyder Jr.? That's going to be the question. Snyder leads him down to the green flag. Oh, Bruno's going to try and do it on the inside on the restart. He'll slide it off in there. Christian Bruno's might have the race lead back to turns 1 and 2, but here comes Snyder. He'll throw it back in on the bottom, slide up. Bruno going to try and come back on the inside. Here comes Rutherford, back to 3 and 4. Bruno on the bottom, going to try and take the line away. Oh, he puts Snyder up on the wall. That's going to open the door for Bruno to get through as well. He's to the race lead in turn 2. Now side by side, Snyder and Rutherford going to battle for the second spot. Coming to 5 laps to go. 3 car lengths going to separate Bruno and Snyder back to 1 and 2. Koonsman runs third. He's past Rutherford. They're going to battle. It might be Bruno and Snyder to settle it as they come off of turn number 4. Christian Bruno got a little bit physical with Steven Snyder Jr. at the exit of turn 4, but it paid off and got him through to the race lead with 3 laps to go. He's running the fastest laps of the race out in front. Not sure if Snyder's got enough car left to get to him as they come back to see 2 laps to go. He may need a caution. Rutherford runs in 3rd. Koonsman is in 4th. Swavely runs 5th, and Kunkel's going to battle with him. But they're going to come back to see the white flag. 1 lap to go for Christian Bruno. An outstanding race. Oh, Snyder thought about it in 1 and 2. That might have been his last shot. Couldn't get there. Out of turn 4. What a drive. What a race. What a win for Christian Bruno as he takes home the victory in the Hyper Racing 600 feature. Steven Snyder Jr. comes home 2nd, but probably won't be satisfied with that result. Mike Rutherford comes home in 3rd with Tommy Koonsman 4th and Jason Swavely completing your top 5.